Welcome back, my dears. I am so happy you came back to watch one more day of the most joyful and colorful village life in Ukraine with me and my husband. Hold on, today's gonna be very delicious. And before we start, make sure you're subscribed. It's so important to me. As always, Day in a Village begins with a little pray to thank God for everything and for ask Him to bless us. With a lot of energy and inspiration, I'm ready to begin. For today, I have something really special to cook and to tell you. We're going to make the most traditional Ukrainian holubtsi, but with a secret ingredient. But before I start, I have some time to care about my flowers. Growing it up is a whole philosophy and is similar to growing child. As much love and care you put, as much bigger and beautiful it becomes. Isn't it so poetic? As I said, today's dish is holubtsi. Usually it's a dish that has English name, cabbage rolls. Grinded meat and rice is rolled into cabbage leaf and stewed. Isn't it sound similar to so much dishes from other cuisines? In Oriental and some European cuisines, and sometimes even in Ukraine, it's rolled into grapes leaves and called dolma or sarma. But as you see, I'm picking beetroot leaves, and this is the secret ingredient, but it's not my personal idea. First, an original recipe of Ukrainian holubtsi included beetroot leaves and grinded pork with buckwheat or grain. It started to make with cabbage only after Jewish people here started to cook their kruv mimuli, Jewish kind of holubtsi. A lot of national food in Ukraine is very different today from the one it was 200 years ago, but I think it's pretty good when people develop cooking with new ingredients we can grow. Anyway, we're an agriculture country. Today, we have a chance to literally taste history because almost no one still cook rolls with beetroot leaves. But in the village, it's more popular. No waste philosophy teaches us. Nothing is useless. And beetroot leaves can be really tasty. Ukrainian cuisine had a lot of transformation periods. The biggest one was after bringing here potatoes, cabbage, tomatoes, and sunflowers. These ingredients are literally significant here now, but not so much people know it wasn't here always. But let's talk more about similar food. For me, it's so amazing and surprising to find same dishes everywhere. And even the better thing is to realize we all have some differences in cooking and serving that can make the same food unique. In Turkey, you can find dolma with grapes leaves. It usually goes as a snack, and you can add some pomegranate sauce. Azerbaijani people make a very unique syrup that goes like a sauce, doshab. Tatar's chefs roll it so small. This is sarma. Guys, subscribe and like the video for me to know it's interesting for you. European cuisines also like this kind of dish. Romanian and Moldovan people call it sarmale. It's tiny and can be rolled into cabbage. Greek people know our holubtsi as dolmadaki, and even Germans like their unusual cabbage rolls. In supermarkets of Poland, Germany, Romania, and other countries of Europe, you can find preserved cabbage or grapes leaves for cooking rolls. This is how much people love it. But beetroot leaves, it's a unique ingredient of Ukraine. Beetroot leaves rolls were very popular in 18th century. The reason is more than simple. It was cheap. People used to put not only grinded pork meat, but liver and other offal. And beetroot leaves were the thing everyone has at home. The truth is, the beetroot is very authentic for Ukrainian cuisine. This is a vegetable we had before others started to be brought to our country. People made not only rolls, but soups, fermented drink called kvass, and ate it just like that. People underestimate beetroot. This veggie is a real superfood. It contains vitamins C and B and a lot of minerals that good for you heart, blood, brain, and stomach. And even after heating treatment, it saves all these elements. In this peaceful sunny day, my heart is literally singing. I am the happiest woman ever to live among this nature's beauty and have a chance to be inspired of it every day. I am always that joyful and optimistic because I can be in this harmony. For my dish, I need some grain and rice. No, I'm not making porridge. But for adding some carbohydrates and feel full after meal, we need something more that veggies and meat. If you want to try this at home, you can also use buckwheat instead of grain and rice. I know in Europe it sounds like a food for birds, but it's another superfood too. It has not only tons of minerals, but a lot of protein and fiber. You know I truly adore cooking traditional and just delicious food. So if you have a special recipe and want me to try it, feel free to share it down below in the comments. I read everything and will pay attention on some interesting recipes. And sure, don't forget to subscribe. Now I mix the ingredients for my filling. Meat is more delicious if to fry it with onions and carrots. This is what my grandma did just for every dish. Even simple buckwheat is better if to add some frying. Every food goes better with green onions. For example, my favorite way to eat it is dark bread with thinnest slices of pork's fat and some greens in the other hand to bite. This is a very authentic Ukrainian sandwich. With some favorite seasonings and herbs, it turned to the best Holubtsi filling, the taste of the childhood and the taste of the history the same time. I think my ancestors would be proud to see this dish isn't forgotten. Beetroot leaves are not just edible weeds. It's very healthy and is used for making some folk remedies. In ancient Greece and Roma, people grew up beetroot just for leaves. They cooked it, made some medicine, and almost never used fetus. In village life, you can find a lot of underestimated delicacies, and while cities' chefs find it out, it becomes a super trend. But I'm not angry or sarcastically about that. I am happy everyone can try something new and discover new tastes. One of the delicacies you can try only in village just from the garden. It's something we call garlic arrows. City people are always confused about that, but it's nothing complicated, just flower-bearing shoots of garlic, and that's what I'm boiling now. Garlic arrows are sources of vitamins. It has a delicate taste of garlic and freshness of the greens. It's very popular in Ukrainian countryside and in Asia. I cook it in a traditional way, on melted fat with onions and sour cream, and I sure boiled it before. In Asia, you'll find absolutely different recipe. It's fried on the pan with a lot of soy sauce and sesame. Garlic arrows are a good snack before the main dish, so let's get back for making the dinner. Forming Holubtsi is also a very important process that is completely different for every region of the country. The form and the size of Holubtsi is a business card of every region of Ukraine. As you see, I'm making it middle-sized or small. Donbas Holubtsi are that big that you can barely eat one for dinner. In Odessa, other way, it must the size of a pinky. Sure, there are secrets of forming. To get the bigger roll, you need at least 2 leaves or 1 large, and to get the tiniest ever, you cut the leaf as much as you need. By the way, Odessa is very close to Moldova, and their rolls are also that small. Between layers, I put some lemons. While you cook cabbage rolls, it's not necessary. It's better to pour with tomato sauce. But with beetroot leaves, lemon acid works great. I covered my dish with more leaves to provide good steaming. It's going to be better and faster to cook. And after that, I need to let my stove to do the job. My dears, your likes and subscriptions is the biggest reward. Please support me with clicking on that buttons. When dish is ready cooking, I'm not going to stop. I am full of energy to deal with some household duties left for today. Village life is a bless, but for this bless, you need to work a lot. We're not just plow the grass, we're preparing the hay. If you see this channel for first time, I tell you we have cows, horses, birds, rabbits, pigs that need a special diet full of minerals and fiber, and this is useful to prepare from summer. Meet our beauty. Horses are one of the most gorgeous animals ever. Every movement is that elegant, that watching them is simply breathtaking.
Лися. Тримати їх? А у неї шлеяно.
We save the hay in the attic of stable. It's a lot of place there, and with a few times it's going to be enough food for every animal in the winter. But don't be afraid, that's just a part of a diet. Sure, we treat them with veggies, fruits, etc. And now everything is done for today. Me and my husband deserve the best dinner and a good rest after this day. Time to taste what I cooked. Like a picture, looks so good and so appetizing, and after stewing it looks a bit like dolma. Beetroot leaves lose its color and became like grapes leaves. And what a Ukrainian dish without some sour cream. It literally makes everything better. That was Julia and my basic life. Like the video, subscribe, and see you next time.